woke soldier is pissed off at just pissed off because the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. So here we go.
Turds like this have got to go.
It happened. It happened, ladies and gentlemen. And I signed that contract, so I will serve my country. But you bet your ass you're going to hear my voice, because I will not stop, I will not rest, and I will not be silent, because this is not an attack on reproductive rights. It is an attack on women in this country.
Oh, so it's an attack on women's rights. We'll get to that here in a minute. But of course, people like you don't want to talk about this young lady right here. She doesn't want to talk about the known fact, the truth, that men, mainly men, are committing suicide on a daily basis. A lot of them. Y'all don't want to talk about that, especially you feminazis. You don't want to talk about that because it doesn't fit your agenda. It doesn't fit your narrative. Y'all are gaslighting, virtue signaling, and all that bullshit. And of course, this punk ass woman talking shit. Just straight up talking shit. So here we go.
Let's go ahead and roll this.
It happened. It happened. I woke up from a nap to this. On deployment.
So you're talking all that shit on deployment. You're on my time, young lady. You're on my fucking time. See, this is the big thing with people in the military and first responders. They strayed away from the fact that they serve the American people. They serve the public. You see, whenever I'm on duty at the firehouse, I know that I'm on the public's time. For whatever reason, you got so many, I wouldn't say so many, but you got some cops, some firefighters, some EMTs, some paramedics, some Marines, some people in the military in general act all high and mighty and holier than thou, acting like they're so much better than everybody else because, oh, well, this group of people, they're nothing but civilians. No. You serve the public. Get that part right. Saying that bullshit, young lady, while on deployment, that could get your ass in trouble.
I woke up from a nap to this news. America is waking up to this news. I just extended my contract to continue serving this country a week ago. How am I supposed to swear to support and defend the Constitution and a country that treats its women like second-class citizens?
Oh, the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, there's some women like you who treat men as if they're third or fourth class citizens. I don't want to hear that hypocritical bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. Gaslighting and all that bull crap. Seriously, shut the fuck up, you dumbass feminist.
How am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to do that with pride? How am I supposed to do that with love and honor? How am I supposed to wake up every day and put on a frickin' uniform that says United States Army when the United States doesn't even give a rat's ass about me? It gives more of a rat's ass about the guns they're allowed to buy that kill the children that I'm forced to give birth to. Think about that.
You're forced to give birth. You're forced to give birth. Really. And then you verbally attack people like me who are gun owners. How do you go from saying that you're all for the Constitution, but then you say something about, oh, it's wrong to have gun rights? Now, before anybody says, well, you're totally disrespecting a person who serves in the military, fuck that. She ain't gonna get no thank you for your service bullshit. Sorry, but that thank me for my service, thank you for your service bullshit is the reason why you have so many soldiers, so many Marines, so many cops, and so many firefighters who have big egos. Get that thank me for my service and thank you for your service bullshit. Kick it out the fucking window. I'm not gonna thank her for her service.
Oh, that's so funny. This effect on female servicewomen is an unintended consequence, which means that lawmakers and Supreme Court justices probably weren't thinking about this when they wrote their 213 some odd page report on it, right? They probably were not thinking about this consequence, but it is one. And it affects the very people that those lawmakers hold to a higher standard because they support the troops. Do you really, though?
As I recall, people like you in the military, you swear an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign or domestic, right? That means you defend the Second Amendment. You are contradicting yourself. You are gaslighting this whole bullshit. You're contradicting yourself. You're making yourself look like a fucking hypocrite.
You really support the troops, even though this is going to greatly lessen the retention of women in the ranks of this military? You support the troops, even though you are going to ruin some women's careers? I'm deployed right now. And I am a medic, so I know how this works of like, I have an extremely limited access to birth control. Women in the military are more likely to experience unplanned pregnancies. Women in the military are more likely to experience sexual assault. Where I'm at right now, you can't even get an ultrasound without traveling off base. You can't. It happened. It happened, ladies and gentlemen. And I signed that contract, so I will serve my country. But you bet your ass you're going to hear my voice, because I will not stop, I will not rest, and I will not be silent, because this is not an attack on reproductive rights. It is an attack on women in this country.
All right, guys, there's a lot to go through here, but there's only going to be three things I'm going to be talking about. Number one, I'm going to be talking about the whole, they're more likely to experience unexpected pregnancies. We'll be talking about that first. Number two, we're going to be talking about the actual, why it is. This is more and more proof that our military is becoming a lot less apolitical, and that's actually kind of dangerous. We'll be talking about that second. And third, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts on this whole basically what she said was, I kind of can't serve this country anymore. I don't really want to serve this country anymore because women are supposedly being treated like second-class citizens. Don't worry, we'll dive into all three. Oh, and I love how she decided to bring up guns. You know, hon, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's this thing called the Constitution. And in that Constitution, there's this amendment called the Second Amendment. You know, people have the right to bear arms. They have a right to open. They have a right to carry a weapon. They have a right to own a weapon. However, there is no constitutional amendment to abortion, so do us all a favor and spare us that bullshit. Now, guys, I know it was a lot for you to sit through. A whole 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Of course, the TikTok was actually over 3 minutes, but of course, you got to kind of edit things so that way that bar is not there at the very beginning of the video. It's kind of annoying to look at, and I'm a little bit, how do I say, a little bit quirky over that right there. Yeah, I know quirky's probably, it would say funny, was it? Funny is a better word to actually describe it. So, this girl right here, whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because it's a pain in the ass to actually pronounce, she said a lot of things really right then. Of course, being very, very emotional, being a social justice warrior, kind of, trying to be all woke and whatnot. Of course, what was it? Female soldiers, they stand a greater chance at unexpected pregnancies. Let's talk about that for a sec. Let's talk about that first. First and foremost, the only reason why you would expect an unexpected pregnancy in the military is, I don't know, maybe the fact that you're kind of hoeing around. Maybe you shouldn't be focused on sleeping with other people in the military. By the way, this also kind of reinforces that whole narrative that only women can get pregnant. Of course, the left would have you believe that men could get pregnant, when in reality it's just transgender men who, by the way, still have their their ovaries or all the.
Well, I mean, it's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. The military has become soft. It's been soft for a while now. And of course, people like that woman wants to sit there and talk all a bunch of bullshit, bring up gun rights and all that bull crap. And it really gets me. It really does. It really gets me. See, the one thing that really it gets me that when a on duty firefighter says something that's true, he or she is fired, suspended. You have all these people try to cancel said firefighter. I mean, the firefighter might be respectful and say, I don't like liberals, something like that. And that's about it. Just saying I don't like liberals. And here comes the liberals, and they say, "Oh well, how dare you, man? How dare you? You're supposed to be a firefighter." Am I missing something here? Do people have the right to speak their mind, whether they're on the clock or not? And yes, I did say to the young lady that she's on my fucking time. But the point is, how are you gonna just say, you just want to gaslight the whole situation? She's on deployment on my time. Yeah, that might sound condescending, but it's the truth. Listen, if you want to sit there and say, I don't agree with the Supreme Court's ruling that versus Wade was overturned, I can at least respect that. I can. I can respect that. But when you bring gun rights into the mix of things and say, "Oh, well, that's so wrong to have gun rights," and yet claim that you serve this country, and you say all that stupid bullshit, that stupid woke bullshit, without knowing the facts, the truth, I'm going to chew your ass out. I don't give a damn if you're a liberal. I don't give a damn if you're a conservative. Hell, I don't give a fuck if you're God himself or Satan. I don't give a damn if you're a cop. Guess how many cops I chewed out over the years of my life? A lot. A lot. When you say something stupid, you deserve to be called out. Now, if she said, I don't agree with the Supreme Court's decision to overthrow Roe versus Wade, I can respect that. I can. I will respect that. Because if she said that, it's respectful. Whether or not she gives me or anybody else the reasons why she she doesn't agree with the Supreme Court's ruling decision to overturn Roe versus Wade. And this is something a lot of people need to understand, okay? Basically, Roe versus Wade has been overturned and given to the states, you know, the states has the responsibility to take on these Roe versus Wade cases. That's it. But personally, it shouldn't be, you know, state level. It should be local level because it's a civil issue. You see what I'm saying? But how dare this young lady who serves in the fucking military sit there and gaslight us and say a bunch of stupid bullshit and not know the facts, the cold, I wouldn't say cold, but the facts, the truth that men are committing suicide, killing themselves every fucking day. And then, of course, you got a bunch of other people, saying, oh, well, how dare Red say something about this, make up a bunch of fucking lies and all that bullshit. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, yes, I know in some rape and sexual assault incidents, some of those women could not defend themselves. Do people, men and women and children, have the right to defend themselves? Yes. But here before you just listen to a fucking woke soldier who claims that she's all for the Constitution of the United States of America, but then talks about, oh, it's wrong to have gun rights. It's so wrong. Go look at the statistics of gun-related deaths. Go ahead. Go ahead. When it comes to handguns, AR-15s, I guarantee you the gun-related deaths for AR-15s is pretty low compared to handgun-related deaths. Look at the statistics of people who were stabbed. Look at the statistics of people who were killed, who died because of any type of cancer. Look at the statistics of people who died as a result of justified or unjustified police shootings. Look at the statistics of men who committed suicide, and I'll bring that up. I'll put that in the description of this video. Look at the fucking statistics. I guarantee you, it's half and half. Half men who are the main perpetrators of domestic violence or sexual assault or rape, so on and so forth. If not, maybe with the whole rape statistics, maybe it's like 60% of men who committed rape, crimes of rape. Go ahead, look at the statistics. Don't look at the fake ass statistics. Because some, I wouldn't say some, but most statistics are skewed and flawed. Let me say that again. Most statistics are skewed and flawed. This is the main reason why I despise feminism. This is the main reason why I dislike social justice warrior bullshit. If this young lady right here does not want to serve in the U.S. military because, well, the Supreme Court ruled to overturn Roe versus Wade, then she should have just left. Real freaking talk. I'm not going to be one of those people who says, well, America, love it or leave it. Hey, it is what it is. You have the right to speak your mind. You do. You have the natural born right of freedom of speech. But for some reason, the topic of abortion, that hits hard with some people, especially women. Look, like I said before, you as a woman, if you were a victim of rape or incest, by all means, get an abortion. But in the Constitution, it does not say that you have the right to get an abortion. Like I said, if you were a victim of rape, incest, or sexual assault, and you were impregnated by a man, get an abortion. I call it straight down the middle. And I don't want to hear anybody bring up religion, especially Christianity. I don't want to hear that fucking bullshit. You all need to understand that people have the right to practice whatever religion that they want to practice. That includes Satanism, Christianity, Buddhism, Norse paganism, Greek, if they want to worship the Greek gods, by all means. But young lady, you better learn that when you're on my fucking time, you better be careful what you say. Especially on social media. Going back to what Ryan Upchurch said, he said that social media has desensitized people, and this is a perfect example. Y'all take good care of yourselves.
Bruh.